Are you one of those who stay up all night, drowning in textbooks and endless tutorials, only to find your mind completely frozen when it mattered most? This isn't about laziness or a faulty memory. It's a sign that the system never taught you to study in a way that your brain truly thrives. But today, everything is about to change. In this video, I'm unveiling a revolutionary, science-backed method for studying, rooted in the latest breakthroughs in psychology, neuroscience, and cognitive performance. These aren't mere hacks. They're battle-tested systems employed by top learners, elite performers, and memory champions worldwide. And if you stick with me until the end, you'll get an exclusive bonus technique designed to supercharge your retention like never before. This is your turning point. Let's begin. Before we fully dive into study strategies, let's explore what happens in your brain when you learn. Encoding and working memory. First, your sensory cortices, visual, auditory, etc., process incoming information. That data is briefly held in working memory within the prefrontal cortex, where you focus attention and manipulate ideas. Consolidation in the hippocampus. Next, the hippocampus acts like a librarian, linking those fleeting bits into coherent memories. Through a process called long-term potentiation, repeated neurofiring strengthens synaptic connections by inserting more alpha amplitude modulators at the synapse. 3. Transfer to neocortex for long-term storage. Over hours and days, especially during deep, slow-wave sleep, your hippocampus replays those patterns, gradually distributing them into the neocortex for permanent storage. That's why sleep is so critical for memory consolidation. 4. Emotional tagging via the amygdala. Meanwhile, the amygdala attaches emotional tags to memories, so highly charged or meaningful events become extra vivid and easier to recall. Neuroplasticity and BDNF. Learning also triggers neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself. Exercise boosts BDNF, which supports dendritic spine growth, making those new connections stronger and more resilient. 6. Retrieval and reconsolidation. Finally, when you retrieve a memory, you temporarily bring it back into working memory, in the prefrontal cortex, where it can be updated or reinforced before being reconsolidated. In sum, memory formation is a dynamic cycle of encoding in the cortex, consolidation in the hippocampus, and sleep, emotional tagging in the amygdala, and ongoing plasticity across your brain. Understanding these stages will help you leverage the right study methods at the right time. So let's get started. Active recall. If you remember only one thing from this video, let it be this. Don't review, recall. Research by Roediger and Karpika, 2006, demonstrates that students who actively test themselves on material retain far more than those who passively reread or highlight text. Neuroimaging studies have revealed that the act of retrieving information lights up neural circuits in the brain that are crucial for long-term memory. Every time you challenge yourself with questions like, "What do I remember? How would I explain this in my own words?" It's like hitting save on your brain's hard drive. Reading floods your mind with input. Recall creates lasting output by strengthening those neural pathways. Spaced repetition. Here's a hard truth. Your brain is naturally programmed to forget. Hermann Ebbinghaus's early work on memory, The Foundation of the Forgetting Curve, shows that without deliberate practice, we can lose up to 50% of new information within the first hour. But if you strategically intervene, by revisiting material right as it's beginning to fade, you can cement those memories for life. Spaced repetition, a method validated by more than a century of psychological research, involves scheduling reviews at increasing intervals, say, on day 1, day 3, day 7, day 14, and day 30. Each successful recall doesn't just refresh your memory, it rebuilds and fortifies it, making it remarkably resilient. Interleaving. Most students fall into the trap of repetition, drilling the same topic over and over until it seems mastered, only to switch abruptly to something else. However, studies in cognitive psychology suggest that mixing different topics during study sessions forces your brain to constantly re-engage and compare. enhancing your ability to apply knowledge in varied contexts. For instance, research at the University of Illinois has shown that interleaving improves problem-solving skills in mathematics by compelling the brain to recognize underlying patterns rather than just memorizing steps. This dynamic method mirrors how elite athletes and musicians refine their craft through varied drills and practice. Elaboration. Memorization without understanding is a dead end. The power of elaboration lies in making meaningful connections between new information and what you already know. Cognitive psychologists have found that when you actively ask questions like, "Why does this work? How does this tie into what I already understand? Can I illustrate this with a real-life example?" You're building neural bridges that make those memories more robust and retrievable. This technique transforms raw data into deep, flexible knowledge. Dual coding. Your brain is not just a word processor, it's a multimedia powerhouse. The theory of dual coding, developed by psychologist Alan Pivio, shows that combining verbal information with visual elements creates multiple mental pathways to the same concept. Studies indicate that when you integrate diagrams, mind maps, or even simple sketches into your study routine, you enhance both comprehension and retention. This method leverages the brain's ability to process and store information through both linguistic and visual systems, thereby reinforcing your learning in a holistic way. Optimize your mental state. Even the most effective study techniques can fail if your brain is running on empty. Neuroscience shows that nurturing your body is just as important as training your mind. Sleep. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memories and integrates new information. Skimp on rest, and you're literally dumping what you've learned before it sticks. Nutrition. Your neurons need fuel, a balanced diet rich in omega-3s. Think salmon, walnuts, antioxidants. Think berries, dark greens, and complex carbs supports concentration and memory. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Your brain is over 70% water. Exercise. Even a 20-minute walk spikes levels of BDNF, a protein that helps grow new neurons and boost cognitive performance. The Pomodoro Method. Work in focused 25-minute sprints, then take a 5-minute break. This rhythm aligns with your brain's attention span, keeping you sharp and avoiding burnout. Mindfulness. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing or simple meditation can restore focus, calm anxiety, and prime your mind for deeper learning. Bonus tip: the Feynman technique. You don't need a superhuman brain. You need a supercharged learning environment for your brain to thrive. And here's the bonus I promised: the Feynman technique, named after Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. Here's how it works. Pick a concept. Choose something you want to master. Teach it. Explain it as if you're teaching a bright 10-year-old. Identify gaps. Find where your explanation falters. Refine and simplify. Go back, improve your understanding, and simplify your explanation until it's crystal clear. The magic of this method lies in forcing your brain to retrieve, clarify, and simplify, transforming passive knowledge into active mastery. As Feynman famously said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Let's wrap this up. If you want to study smarter, not harder, remember these essential tools. Active recall. Engage with your material by forcing your brain to retrieve it. Spaced repetition. Reinforce your memory at strategically spaced intervals. Interleaving. Mix subjects to deepen problem-solving skills. Elaboration. Build connections that transform information into understanding. Dual coding. Combine visuals with words for enhanced retention. Optimize your mental state. Prioritize sleep, exercise, structured work, and mindfulness. Feynman technique. Teach it to unlock true mastery. These aren't just trendy hacks. They're time-tested strategies that high performers use to rewire their brains for lasting learning. Now, here's your challenge. Pick just one of these techniques today and put it into practice. Then, come back and share your breakthrough in the comments. Tell me what changed and how it unlocked new potential for you. If this video has helped you rewire the way you learn, don't just passively watch, act on it. Subscribe to Evo ID, because this journey isn't about quick fixes, It's about evolving your mind for life. This is your mind, upgraded. And your journey toward true mastery has only just begun. As always, thank you for being part of this chapter in our shared journey. Let's evolve together.